inside this video, we're gonna go over how to actually get the Beanstalk Seed inside of Grow a Garden Roblox. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys please hit that like button, subscribe, and of course turn on those notifications. And without further ado, let's jump straight into this video. So if you guys don't know, the Beanstalk is back inside of the seed shop, guys. They have actually included all of the old seeds, okay, that were before the summer event back inside of the seed shop. So you guys could go over there and, well, wait for hours on end and hope and pray that you actually get yourself the Beanstalk, or you could just, you know, do what I tell you. But we're on this subject of this stock, so not only can you set up notifications via Discord or other means, guys, but there's also a ton of live streams throughout YouTube that'll just show you the updated shop, the shop at any point in time. But that still means you have to wait until this thing actually comes into the game, and, well, let me just tell you the odds of this thing actually coming into the game. It is 1 in 3,333. If you do the math, alright, for a shop that updates every 5 minutes, guys, that means you have to wait on average 10 days before this thing actually comes back into the shop. And don't you go down leaving in the comments like, oh, it happens every day, I got 3 in 1 day. Like bro, do you not know what an average is? Like, it can happen more or less than 10 days. Like, I don't know what to say. Those are just the odds. You could get lucky, all right? But other than spending Robux or waiting 300,000 days to actually have the Beanstalk get restocked inside of the shop, there is yet another way how you guys could do it. Actually, a couple other ways, but we're starting off with the easiest right now. The first method is none other than coming here and purchasing some of these common eggs, all right? There is one particular pet that you want from this, but 2 of them would actually work. And yes, I'm saying just buy yourself a common egg, guys. So the pet that you want is the Golden Lab, and the reason why that is because it has a 10% chance to dig up a random seed shop seed every 60 seconds. And because, well, the Beanstalk is back inside of the seed shop, that means that the Golden Lab will now be able to pick up the Beanstalk once again. I just want to say that it is quite rare for the Golden Lab to actually pick up a Beanstalk seed, okay? However, I have seen it happen before. All right, me personally, I've had the Golden Lab pick up like dragon fruits, all right, grapes, peppers, okay? Tons of those rare stuff. I've never personally had this thing pick up a Beanstalk. I haven't been lucky enough, but I've had hundreds of comments, you know, and like DMs like, oh, my Golden Lab just got me 3 Ember Lilies and 10 Beanstalks. Like, what the heck, bro? Like, why can't I get that lucky? Of course, if this is your method of choice, you guys could possibly get a ton, try to fill up your entire inventory full of Golden Labs, not your entire inventory, but all of your pet slots with Golden Labs, and that way you have the best chance of actually getting this, guys. And if you guys are curious on how actually to get extra pet slots, go and watch that video on it right now. Now, the next method is a little bit more complex, however, it still works, guys. So if you guys don't know, inside of the shop, you actually have the chance to get the mythical egg. I believe it is a 7% chance that the mythical egg will actually spawn inside of any given shop, meaning that it is actually quite rare. With the mythical egg, you actually have the opportunity to get none other than the red fox, guys. The red fox has only a 1.79% chance of hatching from the mythical egg, alright, but its ability is attempts to steal a seed from another user's plot every 8 minutes. If it successfully steals, it will try to steal another one, guys. What this means is 8 minutes, it will try to steal just a random seed on somebody's plot. Now, the red fox could actually just be stealing like carrots and strawberries and tomatoes and, you know, stuff like that, guys, okay, which would not be good. However, if the person does have a Beanstalk, if the person inside of your game does have a Beanstalk on their farm, guys, that means you do have the chance to actually get a Beanstalk seed with the red fox. Of course, every 8 minutes, it will sometimes fail to collect a seed, all right, and then you'll have to wait yet another 18 minutes to get another go. But if you have pets that actually do slow down or speed up the cooldown, guys, then this goes a lot faster. Not only that, if you have multiple red foxes, which is pretty hard to do, but if you did, that would also increase the speed that you could actually get special plants like, well, the Beanstalk, guys. Now, I know it is quite hard to actually get, one, the mythical egg from this, and 2, to get the red fox from the mythical egg. But there's yet another way how you guys could get yourself the red fox, and that is simply through trading. If you open up the Grow a Garden Discord, guys, you will see that there are already like hundreds of people trying to buy and sell this red fox on the Discord server. Okay, so that means to actually get the red fox, you're gonna have to give up something really valuable. It could be a really valuable seed, guys, or you can't give seeds, but a really valuable fruit that is worth a lot of money, or it could be a pet of your own. For example, I'm sure somebody would make the trade for a red fox for a raccoon or something like that, guys. I personally think though a red fox is better than the raccoon, but I guess that is up to debate. The last and final way, guys, alright, is, well, I already kind of said it, but it's through the raccoon, guys. So the raccoon doesn't actually steal the seeds. You cannot get any seeds from the raccoon. However, the raccoon could actually steal something even better, and that is the fruits off of somebody's farm. Like on this guy's farm, alright, my raccoon can come over here and steal his rainbow beanstalk, guys, alright. Like, how did this guy get a rainbow beanstalk? I'm actually kind of jealous. Like, I might just steal this thing. I'm just kidding. Like, to get a rainbow is quite hard. What the heck? To get a rainbow is quite hard, and this guy got it on a beanstalk. So instead of trying to get your own rainbow beanstalk, you could just steal it from other people. And again, the raccoon will also go and try to steal other things, like it's gonna try to steal this succulent or whatever that is, all these raspberries, okay, the violet corn, the grapes, okay, it's gonna try to steal all of this stuff, guys. However, if they only have, say, the beanstalk on their farm, guys, that means that you'll be stealing the beanstalk pretty much every single time. And if, well, they only have mutated beanstalks, you'll be stealing mutated beanstalks pretty much all day, especially if they only had that one given mutated fruit on their farm, guys. It would absolutely be crazy. Now, you could get the raccoon from the summer harvest event, guys, but now that that's gone, okay, the only way to really get the raccoon now is to kind of trade for it. I just want to say about trading, you guys really need to make sure that you guys are finding somebody trustworthy to trade with, because the fact that you can get scammed. All right, you'll give somebody an item to trade and then they will not hold up their end of the deal and just leave the game, all right, leaving you with absolutely nothing. Okay, so you want to make sure that you are completely safe. Make sure you check the person's vouchers, all right, and even then, guys, a voucher still doesn't guarantee that they are a trustworthy person. So you just have to make sure, use your judgment, all right. Maybe get a third-party mediator to actually, so both people give this trusted person the fruits, okay, and then the other person just distributes it accordingly, guys. Anyway, that is gonna have to be it for this video. If you guys all did enjoy, make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe, and of course turn on those notifications, and I hope to see you guys all set in the next video. Love you guys all. Peace out, and of course, goodbye.